All right, welcome back. Thanks for joining me here. Let me readjust the camera, and then I've adjusted my easel. One of the challenges, as soon as I put on this oil glaze layer that I just did last session, the whole painting now is very glossy, and unfortunately that means a worse viewing experience for you, because no matter where I put the light, you get lots of glare. Sorry about that. Okay. At this point, from now on, of course, we're in oils. You can't go back to acrylics once you put on this oil glaze. So everything from now on is oil. And at this point, I always have two choices. One is I can draw with brushes, or I can draw with pencils. And it goes both ways. Sometimes I do one, sometimes I do the other. There is no right or wrong. It's just however this painting happens to be developing, that's the way I go. So I've decided to do pencils this time, and then here in a few minutes I will do drawing with brushes. So there'll be two stages of drawing. Now, again, I know if you follow me that some of this stuff is becoming like a broken record, but the pencil does not correspond to the old-fashioned charcoal stick, underdrawing of an oil. This is not like that. These lines are meant to be seen in the final painting, and they're here partly, of course, for similitude. They're here partly, of course, to achieve a realistic look, but far more than that, they are here because I like the interplay, the interaction. I like the combination of smooshy paint and scratchy pencil. I started doing this pencil stuff about 1.5 years ago when I did a long series of abstract paintings. And abstract is, there's fewer rules, there's a little bit more freedom to do whatever you want. And so I was using these pencils in the abstract paintings, and I discovered that I enjoyed the effect so much that I said, why not incorporate them into my regular representational stuff? So that's what I did starting about 1.5 years ago, and I kept saying for a long time. Now, I don't know if this is a permanent shift or if it's something I'm going to abandon in the future, but it's been 1.5 years, and so far, I still like the feel. Okay, now what kind of pencils are they? Are you ready? I get this asked all the time by people who you can tell they haven't watched the video. And again, I'm sorry that's not in focus. There we go. Jumbo Jet Black, made by Jerry's Artorama. I take it you're familiar with Jerry's Artorama. If not, just Google it. Artist Products. Jerry's Artorama makes this Jumbo Jet Black, and it's essentially a Conte crayon in pencil form. That, of course, only helps those of you who have a background in art. You know what a Conte crayon is. I like them because they play well with both oil media and acrylic, water media. So they interact with the acrylics in a very fun way, and they interact with the oils also in a fun way, slightly different way, and I'm not even going to bother trying to explain what ways. No. You just get them, use them, figure it out yourself. They're more syrupy, slurpy, soupy with the oils, and more watery with the waters. There, how about that? Aren't you sorry you asked? Okay, and more just drawing. If you haven't seen, if you just joined me just a few minutes ago, then I haven't shown you my reference photographs in a little while. I have two pictures down to my right. One is a photograph of this scene that I took the day that I was out painting this scene on location, on plein air. And the other is a print of the painting that I did. Okay, here's some. So this is a parking lot. We're looking at a parking lot, bunch of parked cars, and then a few cars with lights on and so forth. One car way over here. I do a lot of cars. I ought to be better at it than I am. The problem is I don't care that much for cars. I mean, you know what I mean? I did when I was a teenager. When I was 13, I liked cars a lot, but now they're just sort of a necessary evil. Not really. Okay, are you car lovers? Yeah, cool it. I like classic cars. I like old cars. Those are fun. I guess I like $1 million cars too. I wouldn't complain. If anybody out there wants to give me a $1 million car, just, I promise to like it. That's probably enough. You saw me a couple times just make extraneous marks. I'm always amazed how often I actually keep those marks in the final painting. Okay, that's the end of the pencil stage. I'm going to stop right there. Next I'm coming back, I'm going to do some drawing with fairly small brushes, just where it's needed, and then I'm only 2 steps away from being finished. Thanks for watching. Again, next episode coming up in just a few minutes.